competition in Super League is lit.
So what makes the Super League so good?
Take a look at the...
And it's probably one of the most unique leagues in the world.
The most immersive experience possible.
So great is the competitiveness of it, and the talent that we have now on offer.
There's nothing else in the world like it. It's the most realistic sim racing experience anywhere.
Hello and welcome to round 4 of the 2020 GPVWC Super League Championship. My name is Tom Parker and I will be joined very soon by Josh Aronson. He's just having a few technical difficulties, so he will be with me shortly, but I will take you through qualifying for the Hungarian Grand Prix. Obviously switched over from Zandvoort due to a couple of little track issues, but we found a new home for round 4 and it's the Hungaroring, a track which is a bit of a Marmite track, really. Love and hate it. A lot of people love it, a lot of people hate it. So we'll see how these drivers fare tonight. We have just entered into qualifying. Daniel Brewer is the first man who's going to be crossing the line. Dan Brewer, obviously, for Edge Esports. Sorry, Andres. Yes, Edge Esports. And Dan Brewer will be the first over the line. He was fastest in the practice session on a 16.0. So we'll be good to see what he can do with the Englishman. Crossing down into turn 1 now. Obviously, a quick recap of the last race. Adonis Engineering absolutely dominated the field with a 1-2 finish. Adam Maguire finishing ahead of his teammate Eros Mashkuli, which in turn gave both Adam and Adonis the championship lead of each standing. So we'll see if they can continue their good form. So Dan just finishing sector 1 now, going through that very fast turn right now into an even faster and more dangerous turn 4. Left-hander, here we go, and now we're going into the very, very tricky middle section of this track, and if you get this wrong, boy, does it affect your lap time. The chicane, which is quite bumpy, bit of a bump just before you enter the braking zone there into the chicane. Now, that's the chicane nicely navigated. Can he get through this very tricky left-right section? It's really only one line to go through here, so we can see some potential potential blockages in the track here if we do end up with some off strategies. But Dan's navigated that nicely as he goes through to the final sector of the track now. Just 2 more corners to go for the Englishman. Like I said, a 16.0 in practice. What will he be able to achieve as he comes around this very long left-hander, which does seem to have gone forever? Teammate gets out of the way for him nicely, and he goes through this final, another one that goes on and on and on. Key to get a good exit onto that, and he has done, and he is started with a 16.3. So good benchmark for everyone to have a look at. Gerrit de Vries currently in 6th place on the track. Just crossing the line now. Simracing hoping to show to everyone what he can do. Goes fast with a 16.359, so just over a 100th faster than Brewer. Kilt with a 16.6. Time starting to fly in now, and who we can see who is going to be top of the pile and have the best opportunity to win this race from the start. Luke Maguire joining flag to flag sim racing for this race, and I believe for the rest of the season as well. Goes into 5th, which is already gone down. So we'll see who else is going out on the track. Zapala currently in, where have we gone down to? Currently in 13th place. He's gone purple through the middle sector. Germany Zapala for the YTF1 Cosmo team, looking to get a good thing, and he goes fastest with a 1:16.249, so about a 10th faster than Simon Chich for Burst Basilia. So Looking like a very close field so far. It showed that in practice. I think it was about a second between the 27 cars we've currently got on circuit, just waiting on the Mad Cape car, who we believe is going to be joining soon. So hopefully have a full grid of 28 cars here today. But so far, fastest is 16-1 by Yannick Bock, who the reigning champion got a bit of a point to prove. Had a bit of a poor turkey, finishing only in 6th place. So I think he's got a point to prove this time. Obviously has not won a race yet this season. Oh, there's a rear wing in the apex of turn 1. Whose is that? Just go and see. Francisco Gorby of Britzy hasn't got a rear wing, so I don't quite know what's happened there. So we'll have to see what happens to him. He's got a long, long way to get back to the pits as well. So going to be a bit of a concern for the Britzy man. Obviously, they've got a very, very fast car, the best car in terms of upgrades for this round. So Britzy looking to make a mark, and actually that's something without a front wing as well. Must have been a bit of contact in turn 1, which is never a good sign. So now it's Matt Williams in the flag to flag, who's not got a front wing. So let's see what happens with that. Anywho, now drivers going back into the pits to get a new fresh set of tyres, put a little bit more fuel in the car and go out again. No one currently on a hot lap. They all seem to be going on to their laps. Let's go with Robin Panzar, currently in 22nd place. A man who was very, very, very unlucky going on to in the last round. Obviously had a crack in qualifying, starting on I believe the second row of the grid, and then had a bit of an incident in turn 1 which forced his retirement. And he's now going through to the end of sector 1 now. He has set a... Where are you? Come on, Robin. Come on, race for you. 26.9, so he is currently just a little bit down on Yannick's box first sector, about a 10th down. So we'll see what Robin can do. Like I said, very unlucky in the last round, but starting to him and both Yone really starting to show their potential as we come into this third round. We came into the third round, and obviously, unfortunately for Robin, didn't quite get the race he wanted. But he's going through that fast right now, which is so easy to lose the rear end of the car, especially if you hitch that AstroTurf at the wrong angle, but he navigates it as well as he can do. Goes into the second to last corner now. Like I said, very long. It's very important to get these last two. You can lose a lot of time. He's comes up to Gobby, luckily. Gobby into the ring, and this right-hander, very, very important. Obviously, one of the best overtaking opportunities at the end of the straight here. Especially, obviously, Hungary, a very tricky track to overtake on, and Robin goes into 6th place, just 0.06 behind his teammate. Look how close that front of the field is. It looks really good. Adam Maguire in 2nd place at the moment, currently in the pits. Adam obviously has qualified fastest in every round so far. Obviously, in the second round, he had to take a 10th-place penalty, but he has been on pole each time now. Dan Brewer on a very fast lap, currently in 5th place. He's just set the fastest first sector of all, and he's coming up to a little bit of traffic in this middle sector now. And you're going to have to see, we might see if this affects him, because this middle sector, like I said, there's only really one line you can take. There's not really much room for opportunity to make a mistake, and he's doing that very nicely. Middle sector. He is currently a 10th up exactly on his own time. Will that be enough to take pole? 26 flat. Oh, he's had a bit of oversteer coming out of that final, the third to last corner. Sorry, Tom, get your corner names right. But here he goes, coming up behind Moose now. Moose does get out of the way nicely. So down into the final corner, taking a nice tight line to try and minimise the track length, and goes out. DRS on. Will he go on to pole? He will not. He'll only gain a place into 5th place. So bit of a iffy final sector. Could have made a bit more time, but looking... Simoncic, though, he's on an even better final sector, and he goes on to pole position. Like I said, the Burst Brazilian man looking to make a stand, 16.061 to go on pole by 0.102 of a second. Fabio Sixto, who also had a bit of a tough race last time out, didn't get past lap 2, sorry. He is now into 3rd place. Fabio Sixto, whose only race finish this season has been that win in Bahrain. So he'll be looking to right some wrongs of the last race. But Adam Maguire only in 4th place. It's weird. I would never have thought to start the season I'd be saying that. But Adam Maguire 4th place at the moment, just ahead of Germano Zappala, who got Cosmo YTF on first ever points in the Super League last time out. So hopefully they'll be able to continue that momentum as this season goes on. Who have we got currently on a lap? Let's have a look with is that Matching Line there, currently in 13th place, just going through to the end of the 14th place. Sorry, just going through to the end of the middle sector now. 0.068 up. Obviously, his edge, Dan Brewer is his edge teammate. Currently going on quite nicely in edge. They're doing not too bad, but he's had a bit of a slow middle sector, and I think that lap might be down. But Yannick Bock has not had a slow middle sector. 25.843. He even had time to do a non-PB final sector, and it still goes on pole for 15.985. Obviously, these times for learning thick and fast. 6.5 minutes left of this session. Car's going to go back into the pits, reset, give another fresh set of soft tyres, another bit of fuel, and off they will go again. who have we currently got on a lap? Florian Kai's had a slow. Michael Hafler-Darson, 26th place. Obviously, his first race was Mad Cape this season. 26th place is currently on a lap at the moment, and he will, I'm sure, be going for a faster time. Francisco Gobbi, also on a lap. Coming towards the end of it now, done a 26.9 first sector, 26.2 middle sector. Obviously, he had no rear wing for half a session, so interesting to see what he can do. But Fabrizio Gobbi going around the final corner now, he sets a 1:16.7 to only go 20th. Obviously, he had those issues, so fingers crossed he'll be able to. He will have enough time to get round and have another lap, so we'll see what he can do. But let's go on board with Adam Maguire. Currently just finished second sector, currently in fourth place, but he's absolutely flying. Purple sector 1, PB sector 2. He's only got 2 more corners to negotiate, but it can be tricky. You can lose it. It's so easy to lose time here. He goes into this right-hander now, the final corner. Nice tight line, just as Dan was doing earlier. Onto the exit. DRS open. Will he go onto pole position? He will. A 1:15.927, just over half a tenth faster than Yannick Bock. So Adam Maguire's taking his claim to make it 4 out of 4 in qualifying, and at the moment it's looking pretty good to do so. Robin Panzer now also on a lap in 8th place. He's just set 2 PB sectors, currently a 10.5 up on his own time as we go through to these final 2 corners. Will he be able to hopefully get onto the front row? Dennis Jordan is Yannick's teammate. Also had another person who had a very, very, very poor turkey up into 4th place, but we're watching Robin now, currently in 9th place, crossing the line. He's only about 10th up, he's lost a little bit of time in this sector, and he goes up 1 place back into 8th. So, just a reset, Fabrizio Gobbi, I think he's actually gone a lap, so I'd be surprised if he continues that. You know, he goes back into the pit lane now. So, here we go. Now we're resetting the clock. Can we go? Not resetting the clock, sorry, resetting everything again. Let's go. Can we see anyone challenge Adam Maguire for that final place? We've still got 4.5 minutes left, so still time for everyone to get round and have another go. Yoli Simoncic coming on a lap now, 26.812 in 3rd place, sorry. PB sector 1. Can he make an even more of an improvement to try and take pole position? Coming up behind Yannick Bock, going into the middle sector. Yannick should be able to get out of the way quite nicely there. Lovely lap. Oh, Yerny, he spun it. He spun it coming onto the fast right. Unlucky loss to obviously put a little bit of his rear left onto that AstroTurf, and as we all know, you go onto the AstroTurf and it is basically ice. A shame because Simic should have set the fastest middle sector as well, so a huge shame for the man from Burst Brasilia. Hopefully he will now go back into the pits to get a new fresh set of boots. So who else? Daniel Brewer up into 7th place has just improved. No, he's just missed out on improving his time. Eros Mashuli has improved, gone into 8th place for the Donuts Engineering Squad, as has Matthew Lilac into 11th for Edge Esports. Currently on lap, Luke Maguire, 17th place. Flag to flag, obviously, like I said, joined flag to flag for this race. He's currently on a lap. He has gone faster through the first 2 sectors, and he's gone up to 10th. So good stuff from Luke Maguire. Matt Williams in 17th place, currently on a PB lap as well. 2 temps up on his time through sector 1, but he's lost a lot of time in that fast left. So lap not lost yet, but could be so we know the potential for improvement in that time. He's going through the middle sector now. He's still managed to gain a lot of that time back. So Matt Williams for flag to flag, looking very good for an improvement at this moment. Can he navigate this fast right in a timely manner? He can do. Very nicely done. 2 temps up on his time still as he goes through to this final sector now. With Dan Brew in front of him, but it's nowhere near close enough to affect his downforce levels as we go into these last 2 corners now. Obviously Hungary, very, very downforce dependent track, very tight and twisty, very technical. Obviously you want to be using as much downforce as possible to try and get as fast as you can through these corners. But Matthew Williams comes to the line, he goes up into 12th place with an improvement of 1.17 tenths per second to a 16.419. So, as we said, no one just on a lap yet. I think we're just waiting for some laps to come out now. Adam Maguire, he is out on track, but I don't think he's on his hot lap just yet. No, he just come out of the pits. So, with 2 and a bit minutes waiting to go, we've got Bock, Jordan, Sapala, Brewer, Mashuli, Maguire, Malinek, and Cooper still in the pits, along with Guy and Emilio. So they'll be waiting for that perfect time to go out and try and get the last little second before they cross the line, before they can get as much grip as they can for their final run. Matthew Williams obviously have just crossed the line. Fabrizio Gobbi is on a personal best in 20th place at the moment. Surely he will be jumping up the spots as he goes. He's going to the second to last corner now. Through that, he's 3.5 temps up on his time as we speak. So should be making a nice improvement here. Where will this put Gobbi? Through the final corner, DRS open, and he improves to a 1:16.428, goes 13th place. Lucky for some. So we'll see what he can do. As Robin Panzer, 9th place, just set a PB sector 1. Yannick Bock out of the way. Yannick seems to be getting had away for a lot of drivers at the moment. But yeah, Robin through this chicane. Very, very, very important to not touch those curves, the higher curves, because that will really will unsettle your car. Through this little tight and twisty technical section of Sector 2. Sandeep Singh driving for Cosmo YTF1 today. Gets out of the way nicely. Robin has lost a little bit of time in the middle sector, but he's still just about even. Going to these final couple of corners now. Can he gain the time to try and improve his placing? His teammate Yoni Simracing has just gone fastest in the first sector again, so he'll be looking to improve his time. But Robin comes around the final corner. He's lost a little time, but he seems to be getting it back. There he gets. Oh, he spun it a little bit too early on the power there, coming out of the corner, and he is round. So that's unfortunate for him. Let's go into third place. Yoni Simracing has done the first two sectors. Oh, but he's also spun. Also been an incident. I think there's been an incident with a Cosmo there. I think that may be Sandeep Singh. So yeah, it looks like there's been an incident in qualifying between those two as well, which is a huge shame. Gianni, once again, has gone fastest through the first and done a very fast middle sector. So massive issues there. Adam Maguire has done he's not done a PB, but he has done a quick first sector, 26.808. Lauren Kismaker is also on a PB, 26.942 in 11th place. Stefan Ruhl also on a PB, 26.870. They're all getting faster and faster as his time knocks down. Adam Maguire is about a tenth down on his time. I don't think he's decided to abandon his lap. So it's up to everyone else. What can they do? Yannick Bock has just gone fastest in the first sector, a 26.738. 300th faster than his PB time. Goes through this section now. The middle section, very tight, very twisty, very, very important. Quick lap time. Nicely done through the fast right. He's kept it on the track, and now he's 0.084 up. He has done a 25.798, which is a PB in the middle sector. Can he take pole position from Adam Maguire to deny him a quadruple of pole positions, well, pole position times anyway, through the final corner now, as Daniel Brewer has also done a very fast first sector. We'll go back to him in a second as we watch Yannick Bock cross the line. DRS Open, he is going to go onto provisional pole position at 15.855. Daniel Brewer, 7th place as it stands. He has just done the fastest first sector. What can he do? He has just entered the second sector now. He's done a PB in the second sector as well, but it's not as fast as Yannick Bock. I think he may be losing a lot of time in that sector there, but through the final two runs now, can Dan Brewer try and ruin the party of Yannick Bock? Dennis Jordan also going on a PB lap, but not quite as fast as... Yeah, Dennis Jordan does set a PB, but does not improve. Daniel Brewer does improve, goes up to 5th place, so can't quite get it done in the middle sector. And I think we've just got Florian Guy in 24th place just going to complete his lap. I think he may be the last one to cross the line. He does a 16.716 to go into 22nd, and I believe that will be that. It will. So, Yannick Bock returned to the top. Yannick Bock takes pole position for the Hungarian Grand Prix. Adam Maguire, though, still there and lurking in 2nd place. So Adam Maguire can't quite make it 4 in a row. But Eros Mashuli jumps up to 3rd there at the end. So good stuff from Adonis, looking to continue their rich vein of form as we head into warm-up now for the Hungarian Grand Prix. Like I said, round 4 of the 2020 Super League Championship presented by GPVWC. Currently championship leaders, like I've said before, Adam Maguire retook the lead from Yannick Bock in the last round with a dominant victory, really, in Turkey, followed by his teammate Eros Mashuli. So Adonis, in turn, took the lead from Evolution, who really did have a poor round last time. Dennis Jordan suffering with a lot of issues and didn't quite, I don't think he didn't score any points at all. While Yannick only managed to muster a 6th place, which obviously for him would have been a disappointing result. So, see if they can improve on that next time round. We'll just quickly go through the top 5 for the driver standings. Adam Maguire, 63 points. Yannick Bock, 50. Wright Kilk, 34. Yoni Simracing and Dan Brewer both also on 34 points. So it's a nice battle going on for 3rd place in that in the standings for constructors. Adonis Engineering have got a dominant lead of 34 points over Revolution, 94 for Adonis and 60 for Evo. Red Archer Virtual Racing Team in 3rd place on 52, having a great season so far. And Edgy Sports 4th on 50, and Scuderia Brasilia, or now known as Burst Brasilia, currently in 5th place with 37 points. Obviously, still waiting to see the best, I think, from Burst Brasilia. Obviously, Rob and Panzer and Yoni Simracing, we both know how fast those two are. Obviously, Panzer got taken out in the first corner last time, unfortunately, of lap 1, so couldn't quite show everyone what he could do. But I know that he'll have an eye on doing well in this race. Qualified 11th for this race, so we'll see what he can do from there. Which in a way might be a bit of a money. It might be a perfect qualifying position, really. So as we know, the top 10 new rule introduced this season. The top 10 in qualifying must start on the tyre they qualified on, which means they will be starting on soft tyres. So therefore, Yannick Bock, Maguire, Mashuli, Simonchich, Brewer, Zapala, Jordan, Sixter, Lauren Keersmakers, and Stefan Ruel, all starting on the soft tyre. But obviously, Hungary quite well known for not having very, very nice nice tyre wear, I think it's safe to say. And so, strategy up in the air a little bit today. Not really sure. We could see a one stop, but it may potentially be a hard and then medium, or medium, then hard. So I don't. It's a very tricky one today. No one's really sure what to do. A couple of teams they're not sure what's going to go on either. So it's just really play by ear. I think a lot of teams have come into this with two strategies. Really, we've got a top 10. If I qualify in top 10, do this. If I don't qualify in top 10, do that. And I think we're going to see a nice mix of strategies here today. For, like I said, one stop, medium to hard, or hard to medium, vice versa. But for these top 10 people, obviously starting on the soft, we may see a soft, hard, soft. May see a soft, medium, medium, maybe even a soft, medium, soft if they can make the tyres last. So we've got a long race here today. It's going to be a long time to see who can do what they can with the strategy. 70 laps of this Hungaroring circuit. Been on the calendar for a long time now, both in real F1 and in this league. Had a few good races over here in the past. So it'll be interesting to see who can join the past winners here. Just running to warm up now. Oh, still not quite just into warm up yet. Just finishing off the qualifying, unless my game had decided to lag, which wouldn't surprise me. But yes, so interesting qualifying session. The grid was separated by 2 seconds. Hafler coming in for Matt Cape, and very short notice, I believe. So only 1 second between the top 23 drivers. So it just shows the level of the driver we have here in this series. But there we go, over into warm up, and here we go for them to quickly test their cars. Obviously, going from low fuel to high fuel, giving them an opportunity to use back to the car, make some small adjustments to the brakes, obviously make sure the fuel is in the car, obviously. Maybe for the guys outside the top 10, test the tyres on the high fuel, see what they can do with that. And just really pretty much get ready to do some practice starts, make sure that they get the best getaway as they can for this very, very, it's a bit of a short run, quite a long run to turn one, because after that it does get very, very, very much a one-way system. We've been quite clean through the first two corners in the last two series. We've raced here, Super Cup and Super League Lights. We've been quite clean. It was obviously turn 3 and 4, where there's only really one line you can take. It started to get a little bit hectic, and then obviously in the chicane yesterday we saw a bit of an incident. But fingers crossed, we know these guys are the best of the best. We know that that won't happen. Surely it won't happen. So we'll see who's going to be looking to make a splash today. So Zapala up in 6th place. Good job for him. Actually, confident YTF like scored their 30 points in Super League last time out in Turkey, so looking to continue that form. Dennis Jordan and Yannick Bock obviously for Evolution, like I said. Weird to say that they've had an off day, and it really was a very, very off day. Like I said, finishing 6th, and I can't remember where Dennis actually finished, but wasn't even troubling the points. He finished down in 21st place, last of the runners. Just under a lap down, which is quite, I didn't think it was, so fair play, but yeah. Looking to make a bounce, obviously they want to let Adonis run away with it too much, but Adonis obviously wanting to keep that form in that they've been in. Adam Maguire second, Eros Mashuli third. If Adam can get a good getaway, who knows what he can do once again. Both races he's won this season, he has won in dominant fashion, absolutely trouncing the field so far. So see what he can make of it. But also got Luke Maguire making his debut, I believe, for Flag to Flag today. Not his Super League debut, he obviously raced in the last round, but making his Flag to Flag racing, Flag to Flag sim racing debut today, alongside his teammate Matthew Williams, who also had a couple of poor races so far, but we know how quick he can be. Looking to obviously get back up towards the front of the grid. But yep, Flag to Flag currently in 9th place on 10 points. Doesn't quite represent where they should be. I think obviously they'll be a bit disappointed with the start of the season, but hopefully this will be the race to kickstart their campaign, as it were. Fabio Sixter, obviously, for Street Fighter, currently in 8th, qualified in 8th place on the grid. Obviously, like I said, his only finish so far has been that win he had in Bahrain. First round he didn't take part in due to, I think it was work conflict. And then, like I said, last time out, he didn't get past lap 2. So, looking to make it a little bit further this time. Obviously, a very, very quick driver. Obviously, won a race for Red Archer last season as well. So, we'll see what he can do from 8th on the grid. Well, like I said, Robin Panzer in that nice little golden spot of 11th place. He can do what he wants with the tyres. He can start what he wants, and he can really dictate what can happen. So we saw yesterday, I think it was George Sutton qualified 11th in Super League Lights, and he started on a hard tyre and he made it work to his advantage really well, especially in the first stint. So see if Robin can do the same. He's currently on medium tyres as he's going around in warm-up. So Good indication to see what he may be starting the race on. Obviously, we're not going to know until they leave the grid after the warm-up session ends and they take over into the race. So 27 cars on the grid. At the moment, we are missing one Madcap, but we do understand they have a driver. They do have a driver ready to come in. We'll see if he makes it in time for the race. Still got 6 minutes and 45 seconds left of this warm-up session, just for them to get their eye in, see what can happen. Like I said, a long race and a very mentally draining. Always on. There's not really a straight you can say, oh yeah, you can relax a little bit, because even the main straight is not too long. So you're always working at the wheel, always working on pedals. It's a real workout, the Hungaroring. Very much the Monaco, the Eastern Europe, as they would say. But yeah, it's a tough race, both physically and mentally. You've got to keep your focus. Has got to be absolutely 100% for the entire 70 laps, because all it takes is one mistake, as we saw from Simracing in qualifying. All it takes is one mistake, and you will be round and out, because the barrier is very close to the track here, and obviously we don't want to end up in the barriers and end up in the pit lane, which means more time in the pits, which means more time not on the track. Alex Cooper, last time out in Hungary, did a great, in Turkey, sorry, in a great race, 11th place for Green Stripes. Had a bit of a poor qualifying today, so hopefully he can make his way up for the grid. Very, very impressive drive last time out. His first time he's been that high up for a couple of seasons now, so fingers crossed he can continue that form, as it's been a couple of years since he's been up there. David Fiduk, former champion, two-time champion. Qualified, sorry, not qualified. He finished 14th last time out in the Red Arrow, looking to get a few more points on the board. So fingers crossed he can return to form. Also, miss having a real past champion back up there in the mix. Currently in the warm-up, we've got Daniel Brewer, 19.8. Obviously, he'll be forced to starting on those soft tyres that he qualified on. Obviously, you get a brand new set, but they've got to start on the same compound. Daniel Brewer has done a 19.887 is his fastest lap in this session so far. Sandeep Singh, 4th place. He's obviously joined Cosmo. I think he's the reserve driver anyhow, but is doing the race today for Cosmo YTF1. I don't think it's his Super League debut. I believe he has raced a couple of times before. So interesting to see what Sandeep can do. He's looked pretty impressive in Super League Lights this season, driving for RSR. So hopefully he can bring some points to the table alongside Tapala in that Cosmo YTF1 car. Let's have a look. Got the Maguire boys 5th and 6th at the moment. Gorby, 3rd place. A bit of disappointing qualifying for him. I think he was better, like I said. Best car. Not only do they have the best car on, also have the best engine in that Valiant engine. Obviously, Valiant exclusive to Abruzzi this year. So Mike Pittman's doing this thing where he's quite good at upgrading the car, is Mike? So he obviously knows what he's doing. He's brought a good package here to Hungary. Fingers crossed the drivers can make it work. Obviously, Gorby and Pascal, your drivers over at Abruzzi. See if we've got any other new names on the grid. So like I said, Madcap have got a new lineup for this round. They've got Hafler and to be confirmed, as we've got a couple of minutes left for them to join. Like I said, we have Mr. Singh in the Cosmo YTF1 today, replacing Al Pierce, who was racing last time out, who finished in 16th, just outside the points, 5 seconds away. So will we see Burst Brasilia hopefully manage to realise their potential? Because I think we all know that they are both drivers, Panzer and Simchurch, obviously, not to be sniffed now. So fingers crossed. Well, we know the last time was very unlucky last time out. Had a bit of a poor showing in the first couple of rounds. I think they didn't quite understand the car just yet, but now they've got there, and now they're thinking, yes, we've got something that can work. We can maybe make this work. And obviously, Panzer has a good opportunity to do the alternative strategy and try and make things work from that 11th place on the grid. Give us your predictions. What can we see in the race today? Who've got a winner? Have you got a maybe even a fastest lap prediction? Who do you think is going to show us what they are made of in this race? Our third question from someone not familiar with Twitch: can you multi-stream to Twitch? You can, but I think that's something we look into in the future. So it's going to be an exciting race, like I said, 70 laps of this Hungaroring in Budapest. Going to be a long and draining race for these drivers today. Fingers crossed it's not too hot where they are, because I mean it's going to be a long old race. So it's got confirmation. Sandeep confirmed to me that rear, so that will end up being looked at by the disciplinary committee after the race. Obviously, not sure. Didn't see it live, so obviously I won't make won't make that a what's the word? Not an opinion. I won't give a fair comment on it. Obviously, having not seen the incident. But yes, I'm sure they'll be looked at by the disciplinary after the race. So, a minute to go in warm up. Well, 2 minutes to go in warm up. Drivers have